Let's start with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Let's do some Radha Jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha. We are reading Bhagavad Geeta as it is by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We are in text 14. O Krishna, I really accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, or, O Lord, can understand your personality. Let's read the purport. Arjun herein confirms that persons of faithless and demonic nature cannot understand Krishna. He is not known even by the demigods. So, what to speak of the so called scholars of this modern world? By the grace of Supreme Lord, Arjun has understood that the Supreme Truth is Krishna, that He is the perfect one. One should therefore follow the path of Arjun. He received the authority of Bhagavad Gita. As described in the fourth chapter, the Parampara system of disciplic succession for the understanding of Bhagavad Gita was lost, and therefore Krishna re-established that disciplic succession with Arjuna. First, he considered Arjuna his intimate friend and a great devotee. Therefore, as stated in our introduction to Gitopanishad, Bhagavad Gita should be understood in the Parampara system. When the Parampara system was lost, Arjun was selected, rejuvenated. Then the acceptance by Arjun of all that Krishna says should be emulated. Then we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and then only can we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Let's move to text 15. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Let's read the purport. The Supreme Lord Krishna can be known by persons who are in relationship with Him through the discharge of devotional service, like Krishna and his followers. Persons of demonic or atheistic mentality cannot know Krishna. Mental speculation that leads one away from the Supreme Lord is a serious sin, and one who does not know Krishna should not try to comment on Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the statement of Krishna, and since it is the science of Krishna, it should be understood from Krishna as Arjun understood it. It should not be received from atheistic persons, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.11. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yaj jnanam advayam prameti paramatmeti Bhagwan iti shabdyati. The Supreme Truth is realized in three aspects, as impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and at last as Supreme Personality of God. So at the last stage of understanding the the Absolute Truth, one comes to the Supreme Personality of God. A common man or even a liberated man who has realized impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma may not understand God's personality. Such men, therefore, may endeavor to understand the Supreme Person from the verses of Bhagavad Gita, which are being spoken by this person, Krishna. Sometimes the impersonalists accept Krishna as Bhagwan or they accept his authority. Yet many liberated persons cannot understand Krishna as Purushottam, the Supreme Person. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Purushottam. Yet one still may not understand that Krishna is the father of all living entities. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Bhutta Bhavana. And if one comes to know him as the father of all living entities, still one may not know him as the supreme controller. Therefore, he is addressed here as Bhutesha, the supreme controller of everyone. And even if one knows Krishna as the supreme controller of all living entities, still one may not know that Krishna is the origin of all demigods. Therefore, he is addressed herein as Devadev, Devadev, the worshipful God of all demigods. And even if one know that he is the supreme proprietor of everything, therefore he is addressed as Jagatpati. Thus, the truth about Krishna is established in this verse by the realization of Arjuna, and we should follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna as he is. Let's move to text 16. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Let's read the purport. In this verse, it appears that Arjuna is already satisfied with his understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. By Krishna's grace, Arjuna has personal experience, intelligence, and knowledge, and whatever else a person may have. And through all these agencies, he has understood Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For him, there is no doubt, yet he is asking Krishna to explain his all pervading nature. People in general, and the impersonalist in particular, concern themselves mainly with the all pervading nature of the Supreme. So Arjuna is asking Krishna how he exists in his all pervading aspect through his different energies. One should know that this is being asked by Arjuna on behalf of the common. Yes. Let's move to text 17. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? And how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Personality of Godhead? Let's read the purport. As it is stated in the previous chapter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is covered by his Yog Maya. Only surrendered soul and devotees can see him. Now Arjuna is convinced that his friend Krishna is the Supreme Godhead, but he wants to know the general process by which the all-pervading Lord can be understood by the common man. Common men, including the demons and atheists, cannot know Krishna because he is guarded by his Yog Maya energy. Yeah. So Krishna also guards himself so that only the people who are truly in devotional service can see him, actually see him. So you need to have, like, our faculties are very low compared to demigods. And demigods' faculties are even low than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So many a times the Supreme Personality of Godhead grants such faculty, a part of faculty, one of the faculties, such that the person can experience what God wants him to experience, right? So such faculties God was able to uh, grace Arjun with for some period of time so that he could see what God is trying to show him. So they say that humans, as our ancestors, or the people who were first human born, their faculties were so strong that they could see really far, in the sense that they could see, even like if I'm looking at this room, I could see what is behind the wall. I could see what is behind the thing which is behind the wall. So I could see 10 walls ahead, even if it is opaque, I could see. So that those were the quality of faculties. Like, faculties means your senses, your eyes, ears, nose, everything, and how they could be used. Like, so now we see it's today also we see a lot of differences. Not everybody is able to see so far. Okay, some people can see. Then, for example, eagle can see so at such a big distance, right? So some of the creatures have those, um, the faculties have been distributed, and now our DNAs are so less activated. So in a DNA, if there are 12 genes, they say only 2 genes are activated, 10 genes are not. Only few people can activate the other two, like 4 genes in the DNA, and still there's, so you can see there's so much potential in us, but how to dig into that potential is a big challenge, and nobody knows. Yeah. Again, these questions are asked by Arjun for their benefit. The supreme devotee is concerned not only for his own understanding, but for the understanding of all mankind. So Arjun, out of his mercy, because he is a Vaishnava, a devotee, is opening for the common man the understanding of the all pervasiveness of the Supreme Lord. So in both the verses, we are seeing that Arjun is asking the questions which he already knows the answers of. And the Supreme God is also smiling because he knows why he is asking these questions. So he is also kind enough to answer them. Now the question is asked, he cannot stay mum. He has to answer. That is the nature of universe. If you ask something, you get it. Yes. He addresses Krishna specifically as Yogin, because Sri Krishna is the master of the Yog Maya energy, by which he is covered and uncovered to the common man. The common man who has no love for Krishna cannot always think of Krishna. Therefore, he has to think materially. Arjun is considering the mode of thinking of the materialistic persons of this world. The words Keshu, Keshu, Cha Bhaveshu refer to material nature. The word Bhava means physical things. Sorry, Bhav means Bhaveshu. The word Bhav means physical things. So the phrase is Keshu, Keshu, Cha Bhaveshu. Because materialists cannot understand Krishna spiritually. They are advised to concentrate the mind on physical things and try to see how Krishna is manifested by physical representations. Let's move to text 18. O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Now he's getting even more attached. Let's move. Let's read the purport. A similar statement was made to Shuta Suta Goswami by the rishis of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunuka. That statement is Vayam tu na vitrapyama uttama shloka vikrame yach char yach shravattam rasa jnanam swadu swadu pade pade. One can never be satiated even though one continuously hears the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, who is glorified by excellent traits. Those who have entered into a transcendental relationship with Krishna relish at every step the descriptions of the pastimes of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.19. You see, you will always see somebody or the other will be coming up with series of Ramayana, series of Krishna stories. There are so many cartoons and cartoon series of Krishna. So many cartoon series of Ramayana also. So every now and then you will see that someone will again come up, some production will again come up with sharing the story of Ramayana or sharing the story of we just saw one more film came of Krishna Avtaram Part 1. That is also Part 1. So you see, it is so addictive that people when they start listening to Krishna and Krishna's story, they cannot stop. And we will never get an era where there is no story of Krishna or Ram. In fact, all our festivals are so like inbuilt that even if one wants to forget, they will not forget, will not be able to. So we are very fortunate that we were able to, our ancestors were able to preserve these things, and we are able to now take its benefits and live a better life. And if our thinking is better, the way of life, the way of thinking is better, so our actions will be always purer than other people's actions, right? Those who have entered into transcendental relationship with Krishna relish at every step the descriptions of the pastimes of the Lord. Thus, Arjun is interested in hearing about Krishna and specifically how he remains as the all-pervading Supreme Lord. Now, as far as Amritam nectar is concerned, any narration or statement concerning Krishna is just like nectar, and this nectar can be perceived by practical experience. Modern stories, fiction, and histories are different from the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. In that one will tire of hearing mundane stories, but one never tires of hearing about Krishna. How is it that we never get tired about hearing Krishna? But if we do get tired of hearing any other story, it's a miracle in itself. It is for this reason only. And if a God wants you to remember him, yes, one second. What happened? It is for this reason only that the history of the whole universe is replete with references to the pastimes of the incarnations of Godhead. The Puranas are histories of bygone ages that relate the pastimes of various incarnations of the Lord. In this way, the reading matter remains forever fresh despite repeated readings. Let's end here with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Let's do some Radha Jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha.